felt it would give us the best access to the strongest possible group of senior insurance decision makers.
InsurTech Insights is a must-do conference, I think, for the network that is built here.
All right, good afternoon. Excited to be here at InsurTech. It's nice to meet everyone. My name is John. For the past 20 years, I have worked with new technologies across heavily regulated organizations like insurance, banking, and healthcare. And what we're focused on today is really the fact that across all of the knowledge workers in all of your organizations, we are going to be seeing a massive rollout of AI agents to be assisting across the business. And 2025 is really the tipping point for this new agentic AI movement and for agents being adopted across the enterprise. And I have a couple quotes here that are interesting, right? So from the CEO of Microsoft, talking about we're not just building tools anymore. We're building collaborators. The way that we're looking at technology and automation and AI is changing. And here at Kaizen, a year ago, this was all a dream. This was technology. We were prototyping things. Prototypes weren't quite being as business valuable as we wanted them to be. Now we're seeing a 3 to 8x ROI. We're seeing the ability to spin up these agents in a matter of weeks and deploy them into production immediately when they're proven. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about things that you can actually use in your business, things that are proven in insurance already. The challenge that we see, despite all of us believing in this incredible capacity for AI agents and generative AI, is that we're seeing that 89% of companies can't leverage this. They're not able to get their proof of concepts into production. They're not able to drive business value. And there's a number of reasons behind this. The cost and complexity, the technical debt and the integration issues that they have, and then shortages of people who understand what the business needs and what the technology can do. And so our platform, Kaizen, is a category-defining product that allows your organization to easily deploy AI agents and modernize your applications through talking, typing, and drag and drop. And the beauty of this platform is its flexibility. It fits into your existing tech stack that you have. It's built for the enterprise, and it can operate outside of that just as your teams do, right? And ensure that you have all of the compliance and scalability that's required. And so Kaizen is a platform that combines the speed of generative AI with all of the enterprise needs that you have. A system that's reliable, that's available, that's scalable, that's compliant, that allows you to experiment quickly, and it does it in a way where it's 80% cheaper than the legacy vendors, 10 times faster for you to get this done, and generative AI native in every way. So that's a quick introduction to what we do here at Kaizen, and I really want to focus on what are tangible use cases that we're seeing that's driving business value. Where is generative AI and AI agents making a difference for Kaizen customers today and across the industry? So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then we have booth 1051 for some Q&A afterwards. All right, so there's 3 big ways that we're seeing AI being used in the enterprise driving value today. The first is multi-agent orchestration, right? So I'm coming into this presentation assuming that we all have a good understanding of generative AI, LLMs, all the foundational models, and also what the definition of an AI agent is, right? An AI agent is an autonomous acting element of your tech stack that's able to complete certain tasks and drive to certain outcomes. The trick with this is that we've learned that when you specialize your agents, they become highly functional. So if you ask one agent to do 5 things, it's not going to be very good at it. But if you specialize your agents, you start to drive business value. So we call this a super agent architecture at Kaizen, where you have orchestrator agents, where you have critic agents or judge agents that are making sure that you have compliance, where you have builder agents, editor agents, filtering agents, specialized purpose-built agents. And that is how you actually take this from an idea to something that can actually work inside your enterprise. The second that we're seeing is a 24/7 business analyst. Every IT organization that we speak to is spending too many of their valuable resources generating simple reports and transforming data and identifying conflicts. An AI business analyst is a great way to reclaim some of that valuable time for your team. And finally, we're hearing so much about the coding assistants. And most enterprise organizations are saying, well, we're dabbling with them, we're playing with them, but how can we really trust these, right? There's been a number of organizations that have had some public issues with data being leaked, and we need to make sure that these are being able to be done correctly inside the organization and actually generate compliant applications. And so these are the three areas we'll talk a little bit. Now, when we think, what areas of the business are these being used in? Because these are really agnostic applications that you can use across. We see it first of all in distribution. We have worked with distribution of over 300 different carriers, and we have seen a 20 to 50% increase in the ability to close and cross-sell intelligently using these technologies to assist from a distribution perspective. Secondly, we're seeing enhanced policyholder experiences. So more personalized, consistent experiences in areas where there's different compliance needs as well, where we're able to put an agent in place. We're seeing operational efficiency. We are seeing contracting departments, which are complex inside massive distribution that have over 200 carriers, managing all of that validations, where we're decreasing the amount of human time by 50% across the entire workflow, which has been really cool. Commissions processing, extremely complex in certain areas as well. And then of course, a path to modernization. So let's actually demonstrate a little bit of how this looks. How are agents showing up in the workflow today? So first of all, what you can see here is, let me move so I'm out of the way. We've got a little kind of example of a chat window, right? So these chat windows are going to be things that you can text with, things that you can talk to. And so this is just a very simple example here. Show me all my active clients who don't yet have dental coverage with me. So write an example from an agent CRM product that we have. This is something where it's just a simple report, but there's no reason why you can't ask for more complex reports with this, right? So just a simple example to start understanding how this technology is used. Now, the next thing is, we've shown that we have the ability to filter your data and return how many clients you have that don't have that coverage. The next step here is to take action with that information. So this is an example that says, create an email that I can send to all my clients who don't yet have dental coverage. The email should explain the importance of having dental coverage and ask them to schedule an appointment with me. So this can be used to take that information, those 377 clients that someone has, and be able to say, let me immediately generate that email. This is an enormous value add for an agent who's not technology native, and otherwise this will likely never get done or take them the entire afternoon. So there's a lot of applications of the ability to say, okay, I'm accessing this data, I'm filtering this data, I'm building an email or a campaign. Now let's go a little bit more to the back office side of things. We all know how much of a pain the contracting process is, right? And so, especially if you're in distribution and you're servicing multiple different types, we need to go through a process of saying, hey, I need a contract. This is a perfect use case for a multi-agent workflow, right? We're able to say, what are the different ones? You know, it's kind of moving quickly here. You know, so it gave a few from different lines of business. What states do you want to sell those products in? Are you waiting to process any policies for these carriers? And then you can actually put those requests directly into the system. So this is an area where we've been able to bring in the unique rules from hundreds of different carriers to build agents that streamline that entire process. And so that's kind of some good examples of what you can see and how you're seeing it, you know, integrate on a daily basis. This is kind of the last example that I'll show from just a simple agentic use cases where you're saying, what are the status of those contracts that we submitted? So as you can see, the experience is changing. It's going from, hey, let me make a phone call, let me send an email, to let me interact directly with this agent via voice or via chat. And it's really enhancing the efficiency of all teams involved. Next thing we have here is the 24/7 business analyst agent, right? We talked a little bit about the value of this, but how much time are our teams spending building reports? And how much time are our executives spending waiting for data that they need? The business analyst agent has two focuses. Number one is on the health of your data, making it so that you understand where are there gaps in my data and where can this partner with my data science team to help answer certain questions. What we've found that's kind of a unique insight through this is that by having the business analyst agent partner with the business team members, it can answer questions faster than the data science team would have ever been able to do it on their own, because the business teams have information that the data science teams don't. So great use case there. Lastly, we're going to talk about the Gen AI coding assistant and application builder. We have used this to modernize one of the largest distribution groups in all of insurance, with about 500,000 agents, to go through every part of their workflow and build custom applications for them. We've been able to deliver applications in under 60 days that they had spent years trying to configure. And this is through that unique blend of a platform that combines what's needed in the enterprise with the speed of Gen AI. And so here's an example of how that experience works. It's similar to a coding assistant, but it's able to build you an entire application. You can go play with this at Kaizen.com and experience it for yourself. It will build you an application in about 6 minutes, sometimes as little as 4, but we'll say 6, so it'll definitely be done by then. And it'll build everything that you need from there: the data model, the emails, the dashboards, all of your automations, and even AI agents. And so that's been pretty interesting at enabling us to modernize for the organization. So in closing here, when we think about, okay, I want to be an organization that is leveraging agentic AI and generative AI as much as possible, right? When we work with these organizations, we say, look, all these models are available. It's changing very quickly. It's moving faster than ever before. There is a massive opportunity for us as an organization to gain an advantage if we can figure out which parts of this technology will be usable faster into our organization. And so when we think about how do I think about this, what do I do next? What we think about is blocking off time to regularly experiment with this technology, right? Making sure that you understand what your use cases are and that you have the ability to test them on a regular basis. This is going to have major new implications to your processes, as well as allow you to drive major efficiency with agentic AI, as we all know. And one of the challenges that organizations are having is, I understand that generative AI and agentic AI is going to be really important to us, but I don't understand exactly how to be able to test it in our organization. Where is my safe place that I can give to our engineering team so that everyone, not just my top AI engineers, but all of my AI and all of my engineers, can start to understand how agentic AI and generative AI will be affecting processes? So this is something we call the AI Innovation Lab that we provide. It allows you to put synthetic data, get access to all AI models, to prototype with or without code, and to query with a chat or a talk input and prompt, and actually start to build this out and understand how you're going to be using it. The best part about this is this product and kind of offering is designed to have your business and your IT team start to work together, because the organizations that we're seeing drive massive value through this are able to get both of those groups working together. Okay, now those of you who may say, hey, I want to work with a partner that understands all this and has already pre-built modules for the different aspects that I may be needing, we have front office solutions that are specialty for insurance, for agents, for agencies. We have back office solutions ranging from underwriting to the contracting and licensing process, to commissions, to claims management, and of course, specialized CRMs and portals. And so with 10 seconds remaining, I will let you know where our booth is. We're booth 1051, we're over there. And I hope you all have enjoyed this and learned a little something from it. It was great meeting everyone. So thank you, have a great day.